Hey YouTube, Skipper T here. Today we're going to hike on out to the woods. We're going to set ourselves up a little tarp and a shelter and see if we can have ourselves some lunch. Alright guys, here we are out in the woods. I think I'm going to set up a tarp between that beige tree there and this darker walnut tree over here. I think I'll sling my line across there, set my tarp up. You can see where I've got my pack set up, hanging on a tree. It's been raining for 3 days. We've had about three inches of rain, so this is going to be rather interesting. Got to clear some of this deadfall out of the way here, and I think I'm going to use my 9x12 tarp to set up a shelter, kind of a cross between a Whalen and a baker's tent, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, stay with me, guys. Now, for the whole reason for coming out today was to make myself a little bit of lunch in the woods. Got my tarp set up. It's a little droopy on one side here. That's because I used one of the tie-outs to help secure my walking pole so that I could lift the front of this up. I've got just enough room doubled up underneath of this thing so that if I had to, I could lay my MMS out with the Gore-Tex cover on it. I'd have a nice comfortable place to lay down. A lot of deadfall on the ground. It's very, very comfortable here. And I'm out of the wind because the wind's coming from behind me, so that really makes it nice when you're out here. All right, and I've got my burner plate here, so then I can keep and control the coals for that. Today I think we'll use some pieces of fat wood that I got from my house, and I think I made a video on making some of this. So we're going to take a few pieces of this out just to see if we can get this thing started today. I did bring some dry tinder with me. It's always good. I always carry a little bag of this, especially when it's wet outside. We can get things going, get the heat going. Around the corner I put down some branches, kind of got them up off the ground a little bit. Hopefully they'll dry out. I'm thinking I might have enough here to get this thing started. Of course, I brought with me my favorite outdoor knife of all time, the Haberlish Bush tool. So, and then I thought maybe what I would do is just see if I could make a few feather sticks with this thing. Oh, that's looking good. Very good down inside on this one. This should start up nicely with the lighter. Shouldn't take a whole lot to make that go. So now we're going to see if we can get this fire going here. One 1,000. Okay, that's going. Got the other one on top. Looking pretty successful so far. So for today, we're going to take our Stanley cup, and I keep bubbles and bits in here. Then I think what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up with about 8 ounces of water. And we're going to have a little package of chicken flavored ramen noodles for lunch today. And it says here, bring 2 cups of water, so we're going to put 16 ounces of water in here. And the nice thing about the Stanley cup is it's measured right on the side. So, it says to boil this, knock our stick down. I'm going to go ahead and close the vent on this side. That's in a weird position right there, so I'm going to move that around just a little bit. There we go. Just as soon if the water were to spill, it would spill away from me. So this appears to be the hot side here. So we're just going to cut this up, see if we can get a couple of cups of water to boil. We'll be able to employ the lid for this, and for today's festivity, the Sea to Summit Sport. Stay with me, guys, and when she's up and running, we'll get it back out for everybody to see. Okay, guys, she's getting mighty close. She's a boiling good now. I'm just going to keep the fire going nice and hot. A lot of this wood is wet that I've been just scrounging around and picking up, so try and keep my dry tinder for later. Oh yeah. Okay kids, now we've got a rolling boil. So, now it's time to add the noodles. Chicken package. Make sure that's not in there, because that's just a silly old mess. Break it into pieces. Some to the birds. Might be a good thing to put some dry tinder in this now. Okay guys, that's been about 30 minutes. 3 minutes. What we'll do is we'll just take and set that off. Let that cool. We'll open this up. Let my fire start to die down a little bit. Move this back just a touch. I'm just going to spread this out a little bit. Let the heat just do its thing. Work that self out of there. Well, there's not a lot left because that is one very efficient fire. Now it says to let this sit for a minute. It's probably been a minute. Surprisingly enough, the handles are very cool on this pot. You saw the flames leaping up around it. You can see where they're soot covered on the ends, getting on my fingers. But boy, I tell you what, that's looking mighty good. You know, it's about 45, well, maybe about 40 degrees outside today. Of course, we're down here in the trees, so, you know, we don't have as much wind down here. It's been, like I said, been raining for 3 days. But I tell you what, a nice warm meal. Whether it's a ramen noodle or, you know, just even a broth, which is, there's a lot of broth in here with that two cups of water. So anyway, I'm gonna have some lunch. Let's see how it turned out. Whew, that's hot. Good old chicken ramen noodles. I prefer the Oriental, but I didn't have any of those, so I'm gonna have to go with this today. But you can tell it's hot. You can see the steam coming off of that out here in the cool temperatures. Oh yeah. What an excellent way to spend an afternoon and have some lunch. Well, I'm going to finish my lunch, guys. Then I'll probably pack everything up. I'll put my fire away. I'll dig a bit of a hole with all this wet ground. I'll make sure that it's out good. Don't want to burn down my little camping spot out here. It's been a great afternoon. My ramen turned out pretty good. The broth is excellent. Nice and hot. It's going to warm up my insides on this cool, rainy, cloudy day out here. You know, for a lightweight backpacking meal, survival meal, whatever, this is going to hit the spot. It's going to put some calories in my stomach. It's going to allow me to hike the 2 miles back to the house with a full pack and everything on. But anyway, guys, thanks for riding along today. I'm going to finish my lunch. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate your watching it. And remember, keep your eyes open, keep your head up. We'll see you outside.